Hey guys, it's Jeff here with True Crime, Myths, Legends, and more. So we are live here on YouTube for our every other week live recap episode. We have both Mary and Sherry with us this week, so that's good. We've got the full uh, three out of the four. Uh, you know, Cindy can only get on with us every once in a while when she's not working. So I know that she sees these and checks them out later. So, Cindy, we always miss you. You're always more than welcome to join in when you're available. But let me bring Mary and Sherry up here. There's Mary,
Hi, Jeff.
and Sherry
Lavender.
is busy
Lavender.
doing a bunch of things. What?
Lavender. Lavender.
Yeah, that's me, LaFonda. I'm canning
Lavender. All right. Yes.
from Old Dynamite.
All right. Okay. I was going to say we got something new.
And we were talking about doing that. My wife was talking about getting this canning thing to start doing some canning here.
Yeah. Oh,
At the
happy
house.
birthday! Happy birthday to Kate as well, Jeff.
Yeah. It was just her birthday yesterday.
Yup.
We got to go and do a massage and just got to hang out yesterday. It was nice. It's
Oh,
kind of a
nice.
low key day.
Now,
Uh,
I need to ask this question first, though, Jeff. Sherry, did you watch last week's episode?
I didn't. Which episode
meh.
of oh,
The lawyer, Sherry,
Yeah,
the
it was
lawyer.
Doug Carey episode. Was the episode last week on the Berman murders.
Well, lucky
So
I watched it then, Jeffy.
I know, man. I'd be
Mm.
describing the whole thing myself.
oh,
That's all right. So we'll give her the lowdown on the episode,
Mm,
and then she can go and watch it.
absolutely.
yeah,
So what'd you think, Mary?
I thought he was a really interesting guy. I mean, you can see the passion.
Oh
He
yeah, for sure.
loves to go out and do that. And quite frankly, I would love to actually do that myself.
Yeah.
Just to
So
go out and the bare bones, go with your gut thing, and particularly the fact that he was there at the time of the murders,
yeah.
which is really like. And then it was going on about, was it this army dude that's the suspect, or he proved that he was the murderer?
So he has his theory of who it
Yeah,
is, but
it sounds a bit like.
they've never proven it.
Yeah.
So he believes that it's this one guy. That guy is currently in prison on
Hmm.
another issue,
Yeah.
and has never been implicated in the Bierman murders at all. Uh,
Yeah.
so so just to catch you up to speed here, Sherry. So in California, in the desert there was a murder of a husband and wife. They were out there, doing the whole kind of hippie thing, and something happened, and their body was eventually found in this like canyon, and they were dead, and their skeleton was found like covered over with some dirt in the crevice of this canyon, and nobody knows necessarily what happened to them. They pieced some things together, but it ended up being a cold case. And so Doug Carey was also in that portion, that region, used to take his kids there all the time, used to hang out there with a bunch of people. So he knew the area really, really well. He did not know the Biermans necessarily, but he knew the area really well. And he goes out there later on to try to figure out what happened, and he writes a book about it. He believes that he thinks that he knows who did it, but again, they've never proven it because there was no evidence that they could get, no DNA or anything like that, and they wouldn't have known to look for that or preserve that at the time because I think these murders happened in the early '80s. I think it was 82, 83, something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was fascinating. And
Yeah.
the like Doug, we were talking, and I don't have an update because I have not heard what happened from his trip. Uh, he was going out west again, but Doug is a lawyer, and but he also is really heavily involved in cold cases and stuff like that, and going out and really like doing the
Mm.
grassroots investigating. And so he was getting ready to go out and go. I forget where it was at, like where it was. Do you remember, Mary?
Yeah, it was in the Southern California again. I think it
Yes.
was a young woman and a baby that disappeared.
Yeah. Like 3 weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he is gotten really close to the family and was going out there to like search for her.
Oh,
And really, the police aren't doing enough because she was a user at some point, but she seemed to be getting her life back on track. And now they're just not really bothered, and he felt compelled to go there,
Yeah.
which would be great. I'd love to do stuff like that. I'd love to do it because he had all his kids baptized there as well, Sherry. Like
really?
Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, he was going out there and he's done this several times before, where he would go out and he just was very impressed to go out and to, that he needed to go out and look for this person or something. And he has found and closed several cold cases,
Mm,
uh, and several missing persons cases. So he said just last week that he felt impressed. He woke up one night and felt impressed that he needed to fly to California. Told his wife that he was leaving. She said, "Go do what you need to do." And so he was flying out to California right after a couple hours after our interview.
Nice.
yeah.
So
It literally was on his mind, and he couldn't stop thinking about it.
yeah, we had ended up talking about it before the episode, during the episode. Just a fascinating guy that is out there doing that. He's also writing another book on another case, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about that. But yeah, it was a fascinating episode. For those of you that
Oh, yeah.
have not had a chance to go and check it out, Sherry, make sure you check it out. It's an incredible episode for sure.
Yeah, you could see the passion in him. You could
For
see
sure.
it for a mile off. And he
Yeah.
felt like compelled. And I think if I had a dream job, it'd be that. It'd be that.
Yeah. Going out
I
there.
just, yeah, just getting grassroots type of thing. And because he knows all the trails out there as well. So, and he's an avid hiker as well. So,
That would
yeah,
help.
I would just love to do stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he has done a lot of extreme stuff getting out there, and he knows all the right places to look, and it's not something that everybody can go out there and do. Like he has
Yeah,
been doing it for years, and
yeah.
he has been successful at it. So it's
Me,
definitely
the
a unique skill.
I don't know if you got the same impression, Jeff, but the impression I got, I think he would love to do this full time instead of the lawyer
Oh, I'm
thing.
sure.
I think he would love to do it like full time.
Yeah, it'd be amazing if you could do that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
there, nobody is paying anybody to go and do those things,
yeah,
but certainly, I think that that he definitely has a passion for it, and he goes out there and is trying to help these families, uh, you know, really close that chapter in their lives,
yeah,
and to be able to you know, have an answer or some understanding of what has happened here. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, I know it was funny because during the conversation, we got to, uh, I don't know if this was part of the episode or if it was before the episode aired, but we were talking and like we got to talking about Delphi and,
Yeah. It was, it was during Jeff. It was during the episode.
okay, it was during the episode. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't remember. But yeah, we got to talking about that and just, you know, it's really, really interesting, you know, because I felt that same kind of thing for
Yeah.
that case and really got involved early on and went out to the location and, you know, was like really trying to understand and get a feel for it.
Yeah.
You know, how this could have happened, you know, where it was, how close it was to this property. You know, it was so, you know, I
Have you
think
been
it
watching? Have you been watching any of the videos that I put in our chat? What do you think?
yeah, so I did look at some of them. I haven't gotten through all of them, obviously.
Yeah, that's not all. I know.
But yeah, I think that there's some really interesting stuff in there.
Yeah.
I just have to figure out how what I think about all that and
I
cross reference
I
some things.
thought I just thought the phone calls. I couldn't remember we were talking about the week before, and I couldn't remember the guy's name. And then when I said it in the chat, I thought, oh yeah, him. I just thought the jail calls from prison, like Rishi Davis, very interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I went. Ooh, light bulb.
Yeah, Reese Davis is interesting because, you know, there are a lot of people out there that say, well, you know, he's just another criminal and he's going to say whatever and, you know, all this stuff, but really he
He
has
was in
nothing.
prison, so
Yeah,
how would you know?
he has absolutely nothing to gain from that.
No.
And he has information that he couldn't know any other way other than
Yeah.
getting it from someone who was involved.
Yeah.
So it's fascinating to hear that stuff, and he had direct connections with people that were
Yeah.
involved in this or potentially could have been involved, whether it was Ron Logan or, you know, Keegan Kline or, you know, any of that group that was there because they all knew each other. So, you know, and we still don't know who the third person was.
Yeah.
You know, there's a few people that are suspected, but we don't know for sure because it's never been revealed. Keegan Kline is not said, and of course Ron Logan is dead now, so we're not getting any answers from him. You know, so it's crazy. You know, and I'm interested to see what happens because, you know, in the next couple months, there's going to have to be things, you know, as far as the appeal is concerned, they're going to have to start filing some things and, you know, getting ready for that. I'm sure they already are, but it's
because they can't leave like Richard Allen in there. Because I still believe that that guy is innocent.
Yeah.
I do.
Just my gut is telling me, really, since his trial, my gut was telling me that he was innocent.
The problem is where they're at is, you know, how do they get a judge or, you know, get it far enough up the chain to get a jury to say, okay, you know, here's new evidence or here's, you know, this evidence that was not presented at trial at the first trial where they can get a new case, you know, or a new trial. And that is easier said than done, right? It's not a simple process. It's very, very difficult. And so, you know, we don't know how long this will drag on. Will it drag on for months, years?
Probably,
You know, yeah.
I just couldn't understand why the FBI were protecting Klein. I really couldn't understand that why they gave him a deal.
I don't know.
He's in prison for something else. He's never been charged or anything for Delphi, but he's in for something else.
It depends on who he had dirt on because he was.
It's like cover. You know? It's like cover. You know, it's like
he was apparently working with a lot of people, and it's
Yeah.
you know I don't know, and that goes down a whole rabbit hole of
Yeah.
conspiracy theories and stuff that we don't really know the answers for.
Yeah.
We have no idea, like, but what we do know is that for whatever reason, the local police department and the local cops there, the state police, kicked out the FBI early on in the case. Didn't want to have anything to do with them. Took care of it
Mhm.
themselves. Went to trial, and then now we have all of this craziness. So it's
I do believe that like the lead investigator, the lead copper, he just said, right, you're the man, and that was it.
yeah,
There was
yeah.
nothing else. He dismissed everything else, which he shouldn't have. And then I thought, well, have they all made a plan, like the police, the prosecution, the judge, that this is the man? Because why would you dismiss evidence? Even the photo fits. Why would you not let them in? I just couldn't get that.
Well, the problem is with all of that, there is zero real evidence that Richard Allen
Mm,
did anything.
yeah.
You have to believe that he was bridge guy, but
Mm,
then we also don't know if bridge guy really had anything to do with it. Like, we have
yeah.
a picture of a guy, walking behind her. Maybe he had something to do with it. Maybe he didn't. So, like, there's just so many variables there that
Yeah.
are unknown. To
But
be
yet,
able
but
to
yet,
tie one person to that without any DNA evidence, without
mm,
any real evidence at all, is
hmm
just because he could have been there at the time. You
yeah.
know, it's wild to
But
say
it's
that
like
it was
it's
him for sure.
the other confusing thing was the two photo fits were different heights.
The two what?
Like two photo, like they said that described the person on the bridge, but one described him as tall, one described him as like short.
Yeah, and the
It's like,
sketches are completely
yeah,
different. Neither of them
yeah,
look like him. It
no,
the problem with that is that we know that eyewitness testimony
yeah,
is the worst testimony that you can have,
yeah. I,
right?
I, I I still believe, I don't know about you, Jeff, but I still believe one of the girls was killed away from that murder scene, and it, to me, the crime scene looks staged. It just looks staged.
Well, and of course that's what the Keegan Klein reveal ends up being is
Mm,
that they staged the scene to
yeah,
make it look like it was done there, to make it look like it was Odinus that did it. They
yeah,
staged that scene, that they actually took the
yeah,
girls away from the location. They were at this barn or whatever, this shed
yeah,
that was on Ron Logan's property. That at least one of the girls was killed there, and then they returned to that site, killed the other girl, and then staged the scene.
yeah.
So it's interesting that now I saw in the group that apparently there's been some leaking of some phone data, and there is phone data that proves that the girls were in a car at like just after they were abducted,
Mm,
like at 2:09 or something like that. They were in a
yeah,
car traveling towards where that shed would be.
yeah,
And so, like, I don't know how legitimate that data is. I don't know where that comes from. But I just saw that the other day that somebody was talking about that, and that they
yeah,
were showing the timestamps
yeah.
of where the
But
phone was.
but knowing you, Jeff, you'll dig. You'll dig until you find.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know where that information comes from. I did not have the time to dig in and figure it out, but I did see that. And if
You
that
know,
is
you're
factual,
the
like, that
the
proves that they
yeah.
weren't there at that location.
the funny way to describe you about you doing research, you're like Pringles. Once you pop, you cannot stop. That is you.
So, this is really funny, and I told you guys this before. So I started doing, serial killer psychology talks,
Yeah.
and so about a year after I started doing that at different conventions, I started to notice that for whatever reason here in the area that there were a bunch of psychologists and doctors that were now starting to do talks that they're
Yeah.
publicizing on Facebook and everything to come out and see their serial killer psychology talk,
Mm-hmm.
their cult psychology talk, or whatever. And I thought it was really funny. I'm like, man, I wonder, it just is ironic that I started doing that, a year or so ago. I know other people have done that in the
Yeah.
past.
Yeah.
My buddy John Borowski has done it long before me. But
Yeah.
then, like, I started doing it. It was really popular at the different shows I went to, and then it
Yeah.
like popped up everywhere. And one of the gentlemen who does it started following me the other day on social media,
Oh.
Oh,
and, and was like following my TikTok. And so I sent him a message last
Oh.
night. It was really funny. I just said, hey, thanks for following me. I said, sorry I didn't make it out to your show. I wanted to go, and I almost did. I had a buddy of mine that went, and
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Man, I'm sad that I didn't make it out there, but glad you're out there doing your thing." But it was just like, and he messaged me back this morning. He said, you just put a love on it, but it's just funny. Like it is a very small community
Yeah.
of us out here doing these things. Many of us know each other, and
Mm-hmm.
so it's really interesting to see everybody put their spin on it.
Yeah.
Um, I mentioned this a couple weeks ago that I was working on a role playing game now.
Yeah.
And so that is, I've got some people that are looking over it and, kind of going through it. Friends of mine that have created a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons and role playing games and things like that to see if it matches
Mm-hmm.
up and works as a system.
Yeah.
And so then we're off to play testing it. But
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
as far as I can tell, it looks incredible. It is very detective heavy, so you can
Yeah.
play as a detective, you can play as a forensic specialist, you can also play as a killer, and you can play
Mm.
as one of 6 killer types.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can play against each other, you can play with each other. You may play a game that has a hidden killer that is doing stuff off to the side
Yeah.
while you're playing and you're trying to figure it out. You can play cold cases. You can develop a whole cold case and try to solve it. So it's going to be really, really unique
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
um, when I get it finished. And I am well on my way. I already have prototypes. I actually posted those on Facebook today.
Mm.
I printed out some prototypes that we can use to sit down and actually play. And I'm looking forward to doing some play testing because in theory, it sounds really, really good.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it works in
Yeah.
actual practice.
Well, mostly today, I've been watching the jury selection for Donna Idleson's trial.
How is
I
that going?
mean, it's great. It's great. It's getting there. Finally, it's getting there.
you don't think she's guilty?
Oh, God, she's guilty, all right. And so is her daughter. Her daughter's next, trust me.
So
That,
tell everybody about that case.
right, well, her daughter Wendy was married to Professor Markel, who was a law professor at FSU. And he lived in Tallahassee. He actually got murdered in his garage. And then so he was no going anywhere for the first 2-3 years. And then all of a sudden it just started. First of all, it was the two, I was going to say hired, Rivera and Katie McBanawa, and there was somebody else, I can't remember his name. But they three got jailed first. And then after that, the son was arrested, Charles Anderson. Now, he got convicted 2 years ago. And literally about a week and a half after he got convicted, they found the arrested Donna at Miami Airport trying to board the plane for, get this, Jeff, if she was innocent, a one-way ticket to Vietnam. One
she knew
way.
that she knew they were getting close to figuring it out
Yeah.
to get the hell out of the country.
But I must say, these are I've watched all the trials, and my God, the two prosecutors, like Georgia Kappelman and Sarah Dugan, oh my God, they're just like, that's what kind of, if you want somebody bang to rights, they two. I think she's got a hit list, and Wendy is on the hit list. Like, Wendy's sort of under protection now, but every time she's been on the stand, she's literally lied, Jeff. She has lied every time. Her middle name should have been, I don't remember, because that's how she usually comes out on the stand. I don't remember. I don't remember. Oh, I don't remember. Like that. But I think she could be done for perjury. But she was the only one that knew Dan's routine in the morning. And she suddenly drives by the murder scene on the actual day because one of the police officers recognised her.
Weird.
And she's not involved. Of course, she's involved. I think basically, I think the whole family's involved except one of the sons, Rob, because he didn't talk to them. But Donna, Harvey, Charlie, and Wendy, bang to rights.
Wow.
Bang. Bang to, but I think they'll not go after Harvey, the father, because he's literally too old. I don't think he would survive jail. But another weird thing is she was used to like the luxury lifestyle, Jeff. Like Donna, she was like luxury lifestyle. And now, because she had the blonde hair and blah, now it's all grey. But her ears, Jeff, are massive. Like, massive. They're like bigger than Dr. Spock's ears from Star Trek. They're massive. I'm like, and then she's going, I've got really small inner ears. And I'm looking at her ears like, really? Were those sizing lugs? Are you kidding me?
Mary,
Yeah?
Mary, is she
Yeah.
the one that what was it like 6 months ago? Like said that she wasn't the one on the stand. She wasn't the one that did it. Her son or somebody did it.
Yeah, Wendy was on the stand because normally Donna's never been on the stand, but she's actually going on the style of her own trial. But I think that's a big mistake. Big mistake. They used to iron money, and they used to clip money. Like they were paying off the guys that killed them. Donna used to take the money down to Charlie's and give it to Kay, and then she would give it to Garcia and all that. And then Donna's going on about the Latin Kings are involved in this as well. Big mistake. You know, you don't involve like a gang if you don't really know, like, big mistake. But Wendy, every time she's been on the stand, she's got partial immunity at the present, Jeff. But I think because that's the only way the state. I think Georgia Kappelman has always had a plan. Because after Charlie, he got convicted 2 years ago. And they kept asking, is anybody next? Is anybody next? And what she said was really strange. She said, stay tuned. That's all she said, stay tuned. And literally, not even a week later, they catched Donna at the airport trying to board for a one-way ticket to Vietnam. And that's her. She's been in jail, I think, 18, 19 months now. And she's coming out with, she doesn't come out with it now, but she's trying like the sob story, saying, oh, she's been attacked several times in jail. Bullshit. You know it's bullshit. Because she's looking for she's going for, how can I put it? She's got the look now. Yeah, I'm just a sweet old granny that wouldn't hurt a fly. That's what she's, yeah, but yeah, she's guilty, Sherry.
Oh wow.
She is guilty. I think the trial will probably start on Friday. The jury selection is from like today, I think, up until Thursday, and then they go with the trial on Friday.
Are they going to let us watch it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you can watch it now. The jury, well, they're allowing some parts in the jury selection that you can watch. They are, because I've been watching it all day. So yeah.
Didn't see. I'll have to go look.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have not been keeping up with that. I have been just out of the loop for the last several months, obviously. So
well,
it's been crazy.
I remember that. I remember that when it actually happened, Jeff. And it's in years. There was a lot of like wiretapping, following, like try to get them on tape, on camera, loads of things. And then the ones who actually done the hit, basically, they mentioned Charlie, Donna, and Wendy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and quite all the ones that are involved in this case, apart from Wendy, is now sitting in the Leon County Jail, ready for the trial.
Did not know that.
I'll need to go. Oh God, I've got a call. I'll be back.
Okay.
Wow. So
get out back in the swing of things. It's addicting. Watch the trials. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Anytime you can watch that, I remember, as a kid, when court TV was a big thing, and it was first doing its whole thing with the OJ trial. I remember my dad would have that on all day long, all day, all night. It was just court TV in the background, and of course, it was boring as hell when there was no trial going on, and they didn't have anything to talk about. But when the trial was going on, it was interesting.
Very, it really was. The Brian, what's his name?
Oh, Koberger.
Yeah, did you see what they did with him in jail? Oh, I feel so sorry for him.
Well, I saw some of the videos and stuff of his like real odd behavior in his cell, but I don't know. It seems like he has a good bit of OCD.
That's a shame.
But
the death penalty.
Yeah. Of course, he has also admitted to killing all those, those four. So, we still don't, as far as I know, I don't know why he hasn't really said. Have you heard that?
Oh, he never talked.
Yeah. So all we know is that he is confessed to doing it, but I don't know why there's still all of this talk out there about him being obsessed with Ted Bundy and all of these things. So I'll be interested to see, and I wonder if he's not talking because there's already a book deal.
He's not allowed to, right? He's not allowed to make money off of that.
You're right. He's not, but he can certainly talk to somebody else and they can write a book about it.
True.
Plenty of, I mean, B, BTK did that, right? He
Yeah.
didn't write a book himself, but Catherine Ramsland certainly wrote a book about the case and the trial and about his life and everything. And so, from interviews and stuff that she did with him and her connection with him, there's been several books written. And so I wonder if that is what's going on.
Is he in a wheelchair, BTK? I heard something.
Yeah, Dennis has been
Yeah.
in a wheelchair for some time because he broke his leg, and he's not in good health at all.
Oh. Right. I read something somewhere. I don't remember where it was. That they said he was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, he's been in the hospital wing for at least the last, I think, year and a half or something.
Oh, really? How odd. Stay there?
What's that?
They let him live at the hospital wing? Is it because he's sick, right?
Yeah, because of his leg and everything, he's not able to really get around or to do anything. So
now,
and of course, it takes him forever to heal up. He's 80.
Have you been in contact with him at all?
I haven't talked to him lately.
All right, so tell everyone out there where you're going to be this weekend. Was it this weekend you're going?
No, I'm home this weekend.
Oh, I thought you were going. Then I'm sorry. I saw it on your Facebook. You were talking to somebody. You said you were going to a whatever.
Yeah, that's not until next week. I thought it was this week, but it's not.
So when are you, after that, are you going every weekend like you used to, or no, you can't?
No, I can't do that. There'll be, I don't know. I'm still up in the air about a lot of things. I don't know. And honestly, with everything that is going on right now, I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, unless I'm going and I'm making some money, like I don't know how I'm going to be able to make that happen right now.
Okay.
So it's kind of up in the air what I can do, just because it's a challenge with not working and trying to do all this stuff and not being so mobile. It's difficult right now. So I'm trying to figure it out.
Did you talk to a lawyer regarding the fact that they won't let, there's no place for you at work?
Not yet.
Okay.
Like they're following all the things that they are required to follow. So, I don't know what that looks like, and I don't know. I don't know.
Because I was always under the impression that your job, they couldn't fire you, that they had to find you a position.
They haven't.
Right. They haven't fired you, but they're not paying you. So
correct.
I find that, even though you're not able, there are two different kinds of disability. Are you on disability at all? It doesn't have to.
Not anymore.
See, I would. All right. So then if you're not on disability, they should be able to give you some kind of work. Something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened to Mary. I hope everything's okay. I have to send her a message and see what's up.
Wasn't she on the phone?
Yeah, she was on the phone. I hope let me see.
So yes, you should definitely can. It's a big pain in the ass. I'm doing it for the fair. Wait, hold on. It's a lot of work.
What are you making for the fair?
Okay, so I first made, what was it? A blackberry bourbon infused grape jelly. Then I made apple bourbon butter. Then I made salty caramel whiskey maple syrup. I made zesty cauliflower pickles, and then I made three or more vegetables, and then I'm going to do the jams. And on that note, I don't have anything else to do. And then by the way, if you're interested, I'm working too. So yes. So I'm doing three things at once. So yes, that's why I'm down, but we all, And by the way, just to let you know, it's a lot of fun, Jeff, but it's become very expensive. $2 for celery. Hello.
Golly.
We don't eat celery. I mean, we do, but so,
I don't like celery. Ugh.
You need it for a condiment, though. Wait. The pickles,
No.
cucumbers.
Oh, I love pickles. I like
$2.
cucumbers.
It's a lot of them. That's why it's better to. Are you growing any vegetables?
Oh yeah. We've got a bunch of tomato plants out there. We've got we haven't gotten any yet, but we have zucchini. Not zucchini. No. I guess it's zucchini. We have zucchini out there. We've got a bunch of different herbs and stuff out there. Some basil, some dill, a bunch of mint. So yeah, but yeah, got a little garden out there. All right. Well, I guess I don't know what happened with Mary. I hope she's okay. I sent her a message. She hasn't messaged me back yet. But I guess we're going to close up the live since we don't have a whole lot more to talk about. We're talking about canning now. So, all right. Well, what's that?
No, I said, hey.
All right. Well, I will let you get back to work, and I will talk to you guys later. And yeah.
I'm going to get off now, and I want to go listen to the lawyer. I'm sure it's very interesting.
Yes. Go and listen to that episode.
Yeah, and find out if he went back. And what?
Yeah, I need to send him a message. I meant to send him a message early this week, and I didn't get a chance. But I'll send him a message.
Sounds good.
All right. Talk to you later.
I feel good, Jeff. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. All right. See y'all later. Check out next week's episode. I'll be doing an interview tomorrow, I believe, for next week's episode. So I'll be releasing more information about that in the next couple days. So be on the lookout for that, and talk to y'all soon.